Hi, Mary. Thanks for coming in today. My name's Emma. How are you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Now, if you just want to have a seat, I'll go over some paperwork with you. So, paperwork that I have is confidentiality and client consent to release information. So,
hmm
basic confidentiality, whatever we talk about stays between you and I, unless you are in an immediate danger to yourself or to somebody else. Um, if that's the case, then I would have to take it to my superior, but I would never do that without letting you know first.
Okay.
And then client consent to release information is basically if I feel like you need to be referred to another service or an outside agency, as in if I think you need to go and see a psychologist or be sent to a rehab facility, that's what this form is for as well. Does that all make sense?
I think so, yeah. So if I am a danger to myself or other people,
Mm-hmm.
you can let someone know.
Yes, correct.
Otherwise, what we talk about just stays between us.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Okay. If you have to refer me to somewhere else,
Mhm.
will you ask me or tell me first, or you
Of
can do
course I
that
will.
without?
Yes.
Okay.
This whole
Okay. Cool.
counselling session is between you and I forming a relationship and getting to the ultimate goal at the end. So everything
Okay.
is run by you first.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, cool. So I'll just get you to sign those for me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, what's the date today?
It's the 9th today
9th of
of April.
April. Oh, Easter soon.
Yeah, it's very close.
Cool.
It's already
There
that
you go.
time
Thank
of
you.
year. Thank you very much. Okay, so where would you like to start?
Well, I thought I'd just come in and see someone or you
Mm-hmm.
about some, I guess you'd say, troubles that I'm having. I don't really like to use the word troubles, but like recently, um, I've been gambling probably more than what I should be, or what more than what a normal um, considered normal amount would be for the average person.
Okay. Okay.
So I thought I'd maybe come and see if there's something that I can do to maybe limit how much I gamble.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your gambling as an issue?
From 1 or 10 being the worst.
Uh, 10 being the worst.
10 being the worst.
Mhm.
I'd probably say maybe a 7 or 8.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so it sounds like it's a fairly serious issue for you.
Yeah, like it takes up a lot of my time,
Hmm.
and I'm not getting much else done, like in the household or, when you usually have a bit of spare time, you might read a book or
Hmm.
go
Yep.
for a walk or do something like that.
Yep.
I don't have any spare time.
Okay.
All my spare time is either spent like going down to the pub to gamble, or sometimes at the TAB.
Okay. Now, do you have a support system at home?
Not really. I mean, I'm married.
Hmm.
Um, his name's Kevin,
Yeah.
but we don't really get along much anymore.
Okay. Um, do you think that could have started um, that could have been the trigger that started your gambling? Or have you only been
Um,
having problems since?
well, usually he works away.
Okay.
So he works usually 3 weeks away and then has about 10 days at home.
Hmm. Yep.
So I'm used to not having him in the household.
Okay.
But lately when he comes home, like, he's just grumpy and miserable and, doesn't want to hang out or do anything fun. So, like, I'll go down, get out the house and leave him alone so he's not grumpy. And
Okay.
then that's usually, like, when I'm gambling the most.
Okay. So you two don't have the best communication skills when he comes home?
Not really. Like, we'll say, hey, how you going? How's work? What have you been up to lately? Like, what I've been up to whilst he's been at work.
Okay.
But other than that, like, we just have dinner and watch TV and go to bed if we're home at the same time.
Okay. Do you guys talk a lot when he's at work? Do you talk on the phone a lot?
Nah, the reception's real patchy out there. And to be honest, I couldn't, like, really be bothered because I like the peace and quiet.
Okay.
So I'll just do my own thing usually, go down to the pub or the TAB, and he gets mad if I'm down there or gets cranky if he finds out how much money I'm spending. So we don't often talk much when he's away
Okay.
either.
Okay. So I can imagine that would feel pretty frustrating, having him come home from work and start talking to you that way and nagging you, basically.
Yeah, because, like, I'm usually all by myself for, 3 weeks. Like, I have my little routine going. I like to get up a certain time, have breakfast, clean up
Yeah.
and do things a certain way. But when he comes home, like, he just wants to chill out because he's been working, which fair enough. But still, like, you still have to pull your weight around the house,
That's right. Okay.
And
So,
then, yeah, he's just always grumpy because of, like, my money spending habits.
okay. If you don't mind me asking, how long
Mhm.
ago do you think this started between you and your husband having problems?
Um, Probably maybe 8 months ago.
Okay. Was there any significant thing that happened for it to start, just suddenly start, or did it happen over time?
Um, I'd probably say it happened over time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he used to work less. So he had a job that was closer to home.
Yep.
So he wasn't doing, like, the 3 weeks on, 10 days off. He
Yep.
was just usually Monday to Saturday and then have 1 day off each weekend because obviously he could drive to and from work.
Yep.
So obviously we spent more time together, which probably helped me not gamble.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since he's been away working
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks and the only having 10 days off,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's sort of gone downhill since then.
Okay. Now, when it comes to your gambling,
Mm-hmm.
how would you say that your gambling makes you feel? So you've just had an argument with your husband. You've decided to
Mm-hmm.
go down to the pub to go and put some money in the pokies. When you
Yeah.
start playing and when you start the actual act of gambling, how are you feeling within yourself? Is it a relief, or does it make you feel guilty?
To be honest, it's kind of like a distraction. So
Okay.
I'm not really thinking about any of that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then, like, if it's a good night and you start having wins, obviously, like, you get excited and things, and you get, like, the free spins and the, like, the little clown things, and you have to try and get the ball in the, like, little
Yeah.
slots.
Yep.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them. Yeah, if you get one of them, you're like, oh yes, come on, I got to get that big bonus.
Yeah.
So, like, you get excited to get the win. But if you're having, like, a crappy night and the machines is just eating your money, well, then you're kind of like, oh, what a waste of my time. And then you sort of feel like a bit crappy because you've wasted all that money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to talk about your short-term and long-term goals, as in what you would like to personally get out of coming into counselling.
Mhm.
So basically, short-term goals, we'll say within the next couple of months, what would
Yeah.
you like to be able to see? Do you want to try and see if you can sort out your relationship first, or do you want to trying to deal with the gambling first? I think it's very important just to deal with one step at a time.
Mhm.
It just comes down to what you're comfortable with.
Um, Probably if we do the gambling first, because that's something that's just me. Like,
Okay.
I can do that, and
Yep.
he doesn't have to be involved because he doesn't know that I'm here today.
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't told him yet. So if I just do the gambling thing first,
Hmm.
and then maybe like that will make him a little bit more relaxed because I'm not wasting so much money. So then he might be open to, like, maybe he could come to a session with you
Okay. Okay.
or with me with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a problem at all. Okay. If we're going to start with the gambling first, I want to make
Mhm.
sure that you have all of the available information printed out, as in helplines, as in group meetings, all those sorts of things that you can access if I am not here or if you can't immediately get a hold of me. So before you leave today, I will print out all of the information that you might need regarding that. But if you need to get a hold of me, you've got my
Mhm.
email, you've got my business card that has my phone number on it. I will get back to you as soon as I can with
So
help.
what sort of things is it on the printout?
Okay, so we've got anonymous helplines. If you feel
Mhm.
like you want to talk to somebody, say, for example, you and your husband are arguing, or he's come home from work, he's annoying you, you want to get out of the house, you feel like you're going to go and you're going to gamble. Now,
Mhm.
you can call this phone number here, and it's an anonymous call line. So you can talk to somebody and you don't have to tell them who you are. You can just talk
Oh,
openly about, this is what I'm going through, this is how I'm feeling right now, I need some help,
yeah.
and they can help you with that. Now,
Okay.
there's also information in here about groups down at the neighbourhood centre, which are Gamblers Anonymous groups.
Mhm.
Now, it's completely up to you if you decide that that's something that you want to do. I will not push you or force you into doing anything that you don't want to do, or anything that you want to do but are not ready for yet. That's completely
Okay.
your call. But
Yeah.
I need to make sure that I give you the information, even if you just look over it,
Yeah.
it's there for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, we'll pause there.